Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we will be demonstrating how to make proper wudu. It's very important to know how to make proper wudu because it is necessary for your salah or prayer to be accepted. The first thing you should know about making proper wudu is that you have to have the proper niyyah or intention that you are making wudu in order to pray. Whether you're making wudu to pray now or pray later, you must have that intention knowing that you are doing it to prepare for prayer. Now, after you have your intention, the first thing you need to do for wudu is to wash your hands. It's extremely important in washing your hands that you get every aspect of your hand. If you have soap, it's nice to use it. It's not necessary though. So the most important thing in washing your hands is that you get every aspect of your hand. So notice how he cleans between his fingers, how he cleans the front and back of his hand all the way up to his wrist. You want to make sure you get everything. So you can take your time on washing your hands between the fingers and on the back and front of your hands so that you're sure you get everything. Next, you can move on to rinsing the mouth. It's extremely important in rinsing your mouth that you get any leftover food from when you were done eating outside of your mouth because as we all know, you cannot eat during prayer, and so be sure and rinse as many times as needed so that you're sure that nothing is left inside the mouth. And you can use your finger to clear any food, but be sure to use water and rinse as needed. Next, you move on to the nose. The two important steps in the nose are, first is to take the water into the nose as if you're smelling it in, and that clears up your sinuses. And then the second step with your other hand is to clear it out, blow it out. And so you do that as many times as necessary to clear out any fluids or anything left in your nose. Next, you move on to your face. And it's important in your face to get your whole face. So be sure and get all the way to the top of your forehead where your hair starts and all the way next to your ears on both sides. And be sure and get beneath your chin as well. So that if you have a beard, be sure and cover the whole beard so that you're sure that you cover the whole aspect of the face. After you're done with the face, you move on to the arms. It's important in washing your arms that you get, again, every aspect of your arm. So be sure and get the front and back of your arm all the way up to the elbow. And it's also encouraged to go a little higher than the elbow so that you're sure you get every aspect of it. And of course you do both arms. So notice how he's sure he gets the front and back all the way to the elbow. And be sure not to leave any dry parts on your forearm. After you're done with your arms, you move on to your hair. And as you can see, he starts from the front all the way to the back and then moves back to the front. And so he's covered his whole head. And then he moves on to his ears, clears around them, behind them, and inside them. After you're done with the ears, you move on to the last step, which is cleaning your feet. It's important in cleaning your feet, just like your hands, to get between your toes and to be sure that you get the top and the bottom of the foot. Also, it's important to note that he's going all the way up to the ankle and a little higher, just so he's sure he gets everything in his foot. And be sure not to leave any dry aspect on your foot. And of course, you do both feet. Notice how he does between his toes, the bottom, the top, and he's not leaving any dry spots.
Start with the right to this.
And it's also important to note that you start with the right foot and then move on to the left.